New client intake form. This is one of the most important parts in filtering new clients and getting awesome clients that fit your services. I have a pretty detailed one. It takes about 8-10 minutes to fill out. So I filter my clients like insane. And the reason for that is because I really want clients who fit within my services and who are in the same page with my services and who understand the importance of training and exercising and prepping the dog for grooming, and they are not looking for a bargain and easy way out from training their dog or not training the dog at all. And so I have a very detailed intake form. I want to know how tricky the doggy is, what kind of previous experiences the doggy had, what is the coat, what is the desired haircut, what is the undesired haircut. So I asked all of these questions from my clients, and they need to fill it out because I'm not taking any clients who are not filling this out. And it's not a must, but they can go somewhere else. But if they want to come to me, then they need to fill out the client intake form. And there is the spot where they sign the spa rules and the spa waiver from what we just talked about, the waiver to legally cover me for any injuries and issues, health issues, what the dog might come up with in the spa. And so the client intake form is incredibly important to understand your human client and your canine client, like what you're gonna be dealing with. Whenever the doggy client says that the doggy had previous issues with grooming and they had to be muzzled, I have another question right after that, whether they are willing to train the dog. Because a dog who is not cooperative for grooming, let alone is showing late sensitivity signs like biting, rolling, the tool or the human, is I acknowledge it needs a haircut likely, or a nail trim, whatever. But we also need to work in the fact that we need groomers, we need health, and you need to think about what your needs are and how far are you willing to go. But I'm working with clients. I will work with clients who have doggies with trauma and they are reactive, but only in those situations if the client is willing to work with a trainer or with me, depending on how severe the doggy's behavior is, and train that dog and desensitize the dog. If the client checks that they don't have the funds, they don't have the time, they don't have the willingness to work with their dog, I refer them out. I'm not taking them because those clients are incredibly high risk. And if I get bitten by their dog and they are not willing to work with the dog and change their behavior, then I'm at risk. And if I get bitten, I'm going to be out of work and I won't be able to put food on the table. And that's my responsibility to be able to put food on the table. And if the doggy owner is not willing to put their fair share of work in to provide a dog for me to get groomed that is cooperative enough, then I'm not willing to take that doggy. So you need to decide for yourself how far you are willing to go. Generally speaking, when I was in the beginning of my career, I was more willing to take in tricky dogs. Now I can filter it much easier and I can see whether the doggy is easy to work with, even with quite some trauma. Generally doggies with a low distraction environment and space and autonomy and consideration, they are day and night comparing to conventional spa because it's such a chill environment and my methods are so gentle. But there are stages when doggies are not ready to get groomed at my salon without anesthesia, for example, or without sedation, some sort of mild sedation to take the edge off. And whenever doggy needs that, I want the doggy to be around the vet. So in case anything goes wrong, then they're going to be right there to reverse any reactions from the doggy, or if they go, or if they experience a side effect or anything, I want the vet to be there. So I refer those clients out to a groomer who works at a vet clinic, and or to get a haircut by vet techs at a vet clinic under anesthesia, because it's just not safe. And it's an entirely separate topic, but we groomers really need, once you're your own boss, you really need to understand what you're willing to work with, and to learn to say no whenever you're not comfortable to work with that situation. And you absolutely have that right. And clients have the right to take their doggy somewhere else. And getting a haircut at your spa is an option. It's not the only option. So you really need to think about what you're willing to work with, and have your rules sorted in your head. So whenever a situation comes up, then when you want to say no, then you're going to be able to say no in a way that the client will understand your reasons, and will find another groomer in peace.